Hey, welcome to the RS Nerd Herd podcast. We're a group of friends that grew up playing RuneScape together in our own separate styles, and we're here to talk about different aspects of both old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3. Join us noobs for a variety of different RuneScape topics. This is the RS Nerd Herd podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the RS Nerd Herd podcast. It is Kelly, and today I'm joined by Adam, Tony, and Tom. And today we are talking about big news in the RuneScape 3 community, group Ironman. Surprise, surprise, we are all going to be in a group Ironman thing together. And today we're going to talk about maybe our ideas or our plans or what we expect from this content from RS3. So, Adam, take it away.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So, Group Ironman comes out on Monday, October 28th. I know I took a half day off of work to get as much RuneScape time in as possible. We're gonna start off, I think, at the beginning of the day, right when it launches. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited. Is there anything you guys are most looking forward to in Group Ironman? Kelly, I'll let you start.
I just like to have community, so I'm excited to get to play more RuneScape with my bestest friends in the whole world. So I'm excited about that.
Aww.
But I know we're so cute. But I was actually thinking
heart.
I was thinking about Tony. You have a heart? Wow. Okay. So I was thinking about it. That this kind of content is going to teach me even more about the game, because on my hardcore, I just do whatever I want to do. But kind of going back to our episode of A Daily Dose of RuneScape, you guys were talking about a bunch of different things that you do to keep up with your Ironman. And I think that us playing together is going to teach me more about how to do stuff like that I've never done before. So again, it's just another learning experience, but more importantly, I get to hang out with my friends. So, yep. Tom, what do you think about all this?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to just kind of starting a new account and getting those early levels in and get that little bit of dopamine. I get excited just like completing tasks, I would say, and the quicker the tasks are, the better it is for me, I guess. First things first, I'll start doing quests right away and get those quick levels with like combat with, what's that one quest that gives you like 30 strengths, 30
Waterfall.
Exactly.
Fight and then fight pit or something.
Yep. So that's probably the way I'll go and then start skilling, because that's my game. How about you, Tony?
I think I'm going to probably do the same. Start doing some early level quests for some quick levels, and then probably try to rush PVM and probably go down the necromancy tree and start trying to boss, I guess, as soon as possible, and start doing the content that I guess I enjoy, and also trying to do stuff together as a group. You know, maybe some dungeoneering or mini games of some sort, if everybody wants to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for some mini games at some point.
Barbarian Assault, Fighter Torsos.
Yes, that's
Going
my
old
favorite
school.
one. Barbarian Assault. I love it.
I don't remember how to play it. It's been so long.
Yeah, Kelly's gonna have to teach us.
Don't worry, guys. I'll carry. We're good.
Teach me how to blitz.
Adam, what are you excited about?
All right, so for me, I really like starting new accounts. I don't like sit on them for a long time, but I like to like burst out a bunch of levels early on. But when it comes to group content, I think one of the things I'm most looking forward to is jumping into dungeons again with everybody, because I love dungeoneering, and I know Kelly really likes dungeoneering. It's like her favorite skill. So I'm
had no idea.
I'm gonna try to pressure as many people as I can into doing dungeons whenever we're on. But I also, for me, I feel like going through the quests, like Tom was saying, it will be interesting to do again, especially because we got that new quest helper that's come out recently. And I kind of want to try that out and see kind of how that works. And, you know, just like, you know, go through the lore again, because I do like the RuneScape 3 lore that we've got. So I'll be see if there's anything that can tie back into necromancy that maybe I didn't notice my first time through. Yeah, so dungeoneering, some early level skills, and some questing. It looks like probably my favorite things to do when we start these new accounts. Speaking of these new accounts, one of the nice things that they're adding to the group Ironman system is they're unlocking all the auras. And I've been kind of trying to sit down and figure out how I'm going to like use the aura system to my benefit. Since we're going to have everything unlocked, it'll be nice to be able to just immediately be running Jack of Trades and like Vampirism and stuff to just like boost, and Wisdom Aura and stuff to just boost my way through like those early levels and trying to like maximize my XP gains. Was there any auras or anything that you guys were thinking about trying to utilize early on that you wouldn't normally have access to?
I probably will take advantage of the Jack of Trades because that'll be really good, like easy herblore levels and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty beneficial.
Is the Majorat one? Aren't there some that are like you can only unlock them by doing certain things? They're not like you can't buy them or whatever.
I
There
think the
is.
Majorat one you can buy from the death with the Reaper points or a bond, I think. I can't remember.
That's true. The thing is, I'm looking at what Jagex posted on the website on their right click examine for Group Ironman when they talked about the auras, and they do show the Majorat aura pictured on there. So I assume it's unlocked, but it also just might be a mistake where they just showed all the auras without thinking that will be locked. But
Yep.
I'm going to assume it's unlocked because otherwise this is false advertising and I'm upset.
Well, to be fair, it says access to all loyalty point shop auras.
Oh, it does say that. That is true.
So
So
I guess we'll
that
find
one
out.
I guess wouldn't be if that's the case. I'm getting contradictory information from this post is what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's like them showing in the picture of the group Ironman mode, like showing like Ironman with like red outline indicating that there would be like a hardcore group, but that's not coming out right away.
I assume since it does say loyalty point auras that one won't be unlocked right away, but at least like the rest are. So you're gonna have like your vampirism, your Jack of Trades, your wisdom, and then everything should be legendary too. So you'll have like the maximum benefit. Oh, one actually. Now that I think about it, that'll be really useful is the agility one. Why am I
Mhm.
sure-footed? Yeah, because like you can use that for like quests and things that normally you'd be failing obstacles on. That could be like risky. Get those done at like minimum level, so that'd be useful. So one thing that also they point out right underneath that isn't going to be available, and this one's kind of a bummer. I'd kind of like to discuss it quick. Is the Dark Onyx cores not being available for Group Ironman? That I assume, Tony, that kind of like is unfortunate for you because I know I thought you were saying earlier you wanted to go for that, but it now looks like it won't be available.
I don't know. I guess it gets a little upsetting just because like I don't see how like group Ironman mode really is different than like just regular irons being able to do it. Like regular irons can compete with like other people, I guess, but maybe they're trying to keep like group Ironman mode, like try and make it different in a way, like, and not have it just kind of be like other than the only thing different between like group Ironman mode and regular just Ironman account is like that you can trade amongst other people. But I guess the only Dark Onyx core upgrade that I'm a fan of is the Grace of the Elves one by having 2000 porter charges, but it's not that big of a deal, but it would have been nice to be able to do some wilderness events for some like early XP and cash and stuff because salvage and stuff, but it's not game breaking, I guess.
And to clarify, that is for the competitive Group Ironman. But so if you're making new accounts to just for Ironman or for the Group Ironman, that would be the accounts that wouldn't be allowed to access the Dark Onyx core. If you're
Yeah.
importing your Ironman to a group or not doing the competitive version, you can still get the Dark Onyx core. So if anyone was like, "Oh, I didn't," that's gonna suck for us. If you're doing Group Ironman but you're not doing the competitive, it's still you can still access it. So it doesn't affect everybody, just competitive. Does anyone else want to chime in on the Dark Onyx core?
I just a quick question. What's competitive? Like, what does that mean?
So competitive just has its own high scores. So it's only for people that make brand new accounts for the group Ironman, and they all start off together in a group Ironman.
That's going to be us.
They'll have their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing the only reason you can't get a Dark Onyx core is because you can only get it from wilderness events. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
And
At the
because
same time, like, how long into our adventure would we be actually using that?
Probably
Realistically?
like mid game to late game, because like for example, Adam has one on his Ironman account, and he can't use it because you need 50 fortunates, you need to have invention unlocked. Like you can't do anything with it until you have like access to invention and stuff. So like I feel like that would be like mid to late game kind of thing.
Yep.
In between mid and late game, I would say, before you can actually really use it.
And then how long do you think it will take us to get there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is months away, so I don't know.
I
I
wonder
don't think
what
it
the
matters too much to
reasoning
me.
is for it though. Like why wilderness events? Just
it's
seems a little odd.
it's specifically because wilderness events require you to participate with other players, and
Mhm.
everything that requires other people to do is locked out, including raids, which it's a good segue into that. Raids are also unavailable unless you want to do it as a 5-man group. You cannot do Beastmaster and Yakamaru with anyone outside your competitive Ironman group.
Okay.
So the idea is just any type of activity that you would cooperate with other people,
Mhm.
you're not allowed to do outside your group Ironman. So yeah, wilderness events, because other people can freely enter, you're not allowed to do it at all.
Rip.
Yep. And they did mention that there might be a point where they'd look into bringing the Dark Onyx core to other aspects of the game, maybe as like this is just an example I'm giving. This is an example they gave, but like a drop or something that can be gained from like a loot table from I don't know, like a clue scroll or something like that. They didn't use those examples; those are mine. But like they said, they might introduce it into the game in some other form. So, but it's not a priority at this point. So.
One thing I guess I want to say is like the thing with raids is that's kind of gonna be a little bit of a bummer too, because like majority of people are not gonna be able to do raids as a 5-man group.
No.
Like, granted, I'm the only one kind of in this group that does like PVM, but like, unless you're like a group of 5 people who are like all PVMers, like I feel like 90% of the people who make group Ironman accounts, if not maybe even more, are not really going to ever be able to get like the abilities that are locked behind raids, because like it's, if you can only do raids with your group, which, you know, but like if the majority of people don't do like high level PVM like that, that's going to kind of suck for those groups, I guess. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it is possible to be done solo, at least
Yeah, that's true.
Beastmaster.
Yeah.
So there an argument could be made that like it's available to be done if you're willing to get good enough at PVM. I'm certainly not, but
I'm gonna have to start getting into that then.
yep, you're gonna have to
I'm gonna
solo
have
it
to.
for us to get us gear.
Yeah.
Is a new some new broadcast introduced to the game, so I just want to say we're going to be going for the first group to get 200 mil all experience. I expect that to last all of 10 minutes. No, but in all seriousness, I am interested to see how long it takes for the first groups to get some of these like big broadcasts, like first group to all 99, first group to all 120, 200 mils. It will be interesting to see how long it takes, because I don't expect it to be very quick, at least, especially the 200 mils.
Right.
No, I feel like that would be probably like close to a year, if not longer.
I would say I would like to believe it'll be multiple years, but who knows? Someone will find some way to get all group members 200 mils really quick. I can guarantee it.
Well,
If
mean,
there's like a
if you-
title or something, maybe.
if you have a group of 2 that are really dedicated.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a real good point. It would only take 2 people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even consider that. That's a cheese strategy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Look at you coming up with these new strats. Keep that to yourself. Like make 2 accounts and like multi-box.
Can we
No.
delete Kelly? Delete what I just said.
Okay, delete it. Post editing, Kelly, delete it.
Cut that out.
What is our
I'll go
plan?
for it.
Do we have a plan, or are we just YOLOing this?
I mean, I'm mostly YOLOing it.
Okay, okay.
Same.
All right, nice.
What is life without YOLO?
True.
I guess my initial plan was I was gonna bust out the mining and smithing and like probably some rune crafting to try to get some of like the good melee gear and the get us runes for magic.
Mhm.
I know Tony was talking about doing some necromancy and then moving into bossing. You said earlier, yeah, mining and smithing, which I do on like every account right away, is probably gonna be where I start. Do either Tom or Kelly? Do either of you have a strategy for what you want to do first off?
For me, I just want to make a pact right now with all of you that you cannot dungeoneer without me. That is against the rules. It's against the laws. Okay, so let's just put that out there.
All right.
Can
Do
What?
elite dungeons count?
No, you can elite
I
dungeon
said,
all you
what
want.
about elite? Okay, then I promise. Pinky swear.
Okay, you can. Yeah, I will probably never touch an elite dungeon on like any account of mine, so go for it. But I'm talking traditional dungeoneering. That's the pact. But for me personally, I think I'm gonna go straight into thieving, so I can get just be able to thieve porters. I just think like high level thieving, you get a lot of useful stuff. So I'll probably go into thieving, divination, because divination is one of my favorite skills, and we're gonna need energy anyway. So energy from divination, porters from thieving, and probably fishing, just because I have 2 other accounts I play with, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna manage all that. But those are probably gonna be my things. So, Tom, what about you?
Well, like I said before, probably do some questing, make sure I get the infernal puzzle box and kind of go down that line. But then also skilling wise, I'd probably want to put most of my effort into getting invention unlocked. So I'll probably go crafting, smithing hard, mining
Yeah.
too, because you have to.
Yeah, I was also thinking about jumping pretty hard into Slayer when I do train combat to just focus on doing Slayer for my combat because I want to really jump the greater demon tasks and do some of those I forget the berserker demons or whatever in the wilderness that are like crazy XP.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of want to rush some Slayer when I do my combat as well. But Herblore, I feel like I'm looking at that, trying to figure out farming and Herblore where that's going to come in. Maybe I have to get myself some woad leaves and just get some early farming levels. We gotta have a strategy meeting.
Play your own
after
farms.
Yeah.
A strat meeting.
Yeah, we gotta have our strategy meeting after we finish up with the podcast. Just lay all the groundwork.
This group's gonna be great for me. I won't have to upkeep anything.
I got you. We got you.
Kelly's got my divine charges, my food. That's
Yep.
all I need.
Got you. Call me stupid, but I forgot you can die when you're an Ironman and not worry about it. I've been playing on my hardcore for so long. Oh, wow. Okay. Then I might have to rethink my strategy now that I know I can die. Fun times.
Yeah,
At least
well,
you
you
can
know
die
what,
in your hardcore and not lose everything like it used to be.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I didn't
You
know
know what we
that.
should do? We should make Kelly our PVM.
I think we should too. She showed a lot of potential in that Raksha video.
Yep.
She was using death skulls.
True. I saw it.
I saw it
the
too.
clips. She was carrying you if you really
Okay.
think about it.
Tom and I will
Yeah.
get
True
all
that.
the gear for you, you guys. We'll provide.
Yeah, let me be a skiller. My wrists have been hurting from all my keybinds.
Sure.
I don't know how much bossing I'll be doing in the groups. At one point, I might have Tony help me do some Zamorak in the group Ironman. I think that would be kind of fun. I've been talking about getting it done on my main, which I just haven't done at all because I'm lazy. But maybe the group Ironman will get me to go do Zammy. One thing you brought up, Tony, was that there was no hardcore group Ironman.
Mhm.
when it does come out, I'm kind of want to gauge interest. Would anyone be interested in trying a hardcore group Ironman out? Or do you think it coming out later is going to kind of just be like, it's too late, kind of don't want to
I
deal with
think
it?
I don't see myself wanting to make another account after. I feel like if they were to release it like when October 28th with it, I would be willing to give it a try, but I wouldn't want to make another account membership and start all the way over.
I agree, and I think that's actually one thing I kind of want to discuss. So, because hardcore is coming out later
Yeah.
than group or than the regular group Ironman, do you think that's a mistake on JGX's part to try to separate the two? Because we were talking about how we wouldn't want to do it because it's like we're already going to be making accounts. Like you don't want to start over after already making a group. Do you think that's a mistake to wait on hardcore or on the hardcore version, or do you think it's better to get the group out right away? And
When is hardcore coming out?
there's no date yet.
Okay, so there's no date. Okay, there's two ways that I look at this. From the player base and from the company base. I think from the player base, it's dumb. I'm not going to create another hardcore after we do an iron group. I don't think it makes any sense, especially because I have my own hardcore doing its own thing. I'm not going to play, like Tony said, probably more than 3 accounts. But from the company base, it is, again, another opportunity for them to make more money, to keep adding more content into the game. So depends which way you look at it.
Yeah, I guess I posed the question because if there's a lot of people that aren't even going to participate with the hardcore because it's coming later, like, is that wasted dev time then, since it's like most people are only going to stick to group now because they weren't given the opportunity? It also helps to get the group Ironman out as soon as possible instead of having to delay it for 6 months or whatever it's going to be when it's already done, just to try to get out a smaller, more niche game mode. So it's just
Maybe
I
that'll
guess,
be more
something to
like a
consider.
streamer thing.
And that too, you might see like streamers and content creators making the hardcore groups and seeing how far they can go as a team. While it might not be something for your everyday players.
They
I
could
never cared for the hardcore aspect of the game anyways.
same. They could be like just kind of holding it out there and trying to gain interest in it too for a while. Like we really don't know how long this could be. So if they get to a point where they think that they've garnered enough interest to actually make it financially feasible, then maybe it will be worth it in the long run.
All things to consider. Does anyone else got anything they want to discuss about Group Ironman, or like things you're looking forward to, things you might be nervous about at all?
I'm nervous about how to manage 3 accounts. I don't know how I'm going to do that. If I'm going to have to put one on pause, or I don't know. I'm not too keen on playing 3 accounts at once. I did that during Fresh Start Worlds, and it was just it definitely wore me out, and I ended up quitting RuneScape for a few months when I felt that way. And so personally, I'm nervous about how I'm going to manage that, especially because I feel like I'm making significant progress on my hardcore, and now I've just entered the world of carrying Tony through bosses on my main. I don't know what I'm going to put to the side. But
You're funny.
I am really excited about the content that I get to create with you guys with this group Ironman. But again, the nervousness of playing multiple accounts. I don't know. How are you guys going to manage that? Because I think we all have more than one account except for Tony.
Hey, I've got another account. I just don't play it. So what I will say is I know this might sound like pathetic or like whatever, but I have 2 monitors, but both of them have different like refresh rates. So like my interface on my 2K monitor, like if I slide it over to my 1080p monitor, it's completely different. Like it's in shambles. So like I'm gonna have to make like different interfaces for like each account now, depending on what monitor I'm playing it on,
Mm-hmm.
or just only play one account at a time. Because like right now, like if I slide my client over to my other monitor that's 1080p, it doesn't shrink it down like it does on my 1440. So like that might sound like pathetic, I guess, or something, or nerdy, but like that's gonna bother the hell out of me.
No, I
Yeah.
totally understand that. Like, all of my accounts have to have the same interface, like as close as possible as I can to each other. Like, so I totally get that.
I feel like
Plus,
I'll probably only play one account at a time just because of that. Play
why
the
don't you
group
just get a
like
new
when
monitor?
everyone's on. That I'd have to discuss that with the wife. Or buy it now that she's working. Buy it and get it all hooked up before she gets home.
Yeah, I mean that's
She doesn't listen to this podcast, so she'll never know.
yeah, true. I guess I'll take that one. I think I'm definitely playing my main until I 200 mil all this account. Like, this account is always going to be my primary account that I'm focused on. And like I'll probably play the group Ironman like I played the Fresh Start Roll account, where I'm AFKing something on my main while like putting most of my like focus and attention on the group Ironman account. And then once I get to the point where things are starting to slow down, we're all kind of like not playing it as seriously, it'll probably move to my secondary account where I just play it kind of like what I'm doing with my hardcore, where I just log in every once in a while to do some stuff. So it'll probably start out as my major focus, and then like slowly as time goes on, move to my secondary account. And then my Ironman and my hardcore, I don't know what I'm going to do with the other two.
Well, it'll probably be like completely ignoring my main, like I kind of am now. I've been kind of focused on my iron for the last year, it seems. So this new account will probably take precedence over that, but I'll be doing like archaeology or something in the background on my iron account, and it won't be too bad because it'll just be the two, I would think.
All right, then. I guess, Kelly, you want to take us out then? If we don't got any more questions?
Yeah, I'll take you out. You want to go out to dinner?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh,
I'll come
okay.
visit.
All right, sweet.
Really making moves.
Live on the podcast. Okay. Well, thank
I'm all
you.
hot and flustered now.
Thank you, everyone,
He's blushing.
for listening to this episode of the RS Nerd Herd podcast. We hope you have a great day and happy scaping. Bye.
Happy escapes.
See ya.
Adios.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch y'all next time right here on the RS Nerd Herd podcast.